Okay, so recently with the release of version 2.1 and also version 2.0 over on Wuthering Waves, a lot of people have been trying to bring it down or at least try to discredit it. And this might be in many ways, whether it's attacking the actual update directly or just attacking something to do with Kuro Games or Wuthering Waves in general. Now, I've talked about a lot of cases of this happening on this channel in the past. Obviously, there's a lot of people, especially from the Hoyo side of the community, that are doing this. And well, it seems like we have another case of this happening. And Kuro Games are actually following through with a lot of the kind of stuff that they said they would be doing, especially to the people spreading misinformation about the company and about the game in general. So we're going to be going through everything you need to know about this situation and talking about whether, you know, it's a good move from Kuro Games for them to be doing this. And yeah, pretty much just giving you a little bit more info on everything that is going on. But before we get into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys do enjoy it. And also go to Game Subs and use my code KAZA, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, let's get back into the video. So if you saw last time on one of my previous videos, I actually talked about this kind of statement thing coming out from Kuro Games. And it was an official statement clarifying false claims about Kuro Games merchandise orders. Now, if you guys want a little bit more of a detailed look at this, it will be over on that separate video. But pretty much what happened over in China, someone online was actually spouting some misinformation saying that, you know, Kuro Games were failing to pay a lot of their figurine manufacturers, and that was for some of their Shorekeeper figurines. Now, obviously, you know, Wuthering Waves has been stepping up their game in terms of, you know, releasing merchandise and stuff like that, and one of them has been figures, and, you know, they've been using this one particular company to make figures of some of the characters that have come out in the past, which again is great, and a lot of people have been very excited for that. But this one person was actually saying that for the Shorekeeper figurines, that they weren't actually getting paid, and the OEM factory wasn't getting paid for this. But Kuro Games later on actually released a statement here saying that this person had been spreading a lot of false information about the game, and that they'd actually been paying the OEM factory all this time, and, you know, they were just pretty much making up a complete lie. And even the actual factory itself confirmed this. They both actually, you know, brought out statements, and they said they'd be taking legal action against this. But what's actually changed since then? Well, actually, there's a thing about the whole user apparently threatening to do something, which I can't really mention on here. Last time I mentioned it, I did actually get an ad kind of restriction on my video. So again, you guys can probably think about, you know, what that might be. And that kind of caused Kuro Games to drop the case, which I think a lot of people just thought was fact. And it actually turns out, I think this was actually just kind of a rumor that was kind of floating around, because it seems like Kuro Games are actually taking action. In my last video, I said that, you know, I'd really like Kuro and Wuthering Waves to actually follow through and actually to kind of, you know, take action against some of these people, because again, it can really harm the game and it can really harm the company in the future. And they even said that it's harmed a lot of these staff already that are working there, which again really sucks, especially for those people, because it's just some guy online spreading misinformation. Now, this is the actual update here. They say update on the Kuro delayed payments on figurine situation. Now, this seems to be some kind of court kind of thing. Now, obviously this is in Chinese, but this is the translated one, and they pretty much say, you know, it says the Guangdong Republic of China, you know, it's a case filing pretty much, and they put Guangzhou Kuro Technology, it's the Beijing Jinsha Technology, stuff like that. So they're pretty much the companies that are involved with, you know, Kuro Games and the figurine stuff and everything like that. And obviously this is over the internet court, so I'm guessing this is just like an online kind of case thing. And this was actually filed on the 25th, so obviously that was only a couple of days ago. As you can see here, this official statement here was at least 17 days ago, so it means that this was actually an update to the overall situation, and it seems like Kuro Games are actually further taking action against this person, which again is really great to see. Now, obviously someone actually down in the comments, obviously this is on r/Wuthering Waves, they actually clarified a bit further. They said last time Kuro Games sent out an official letter on their Bilibili account regarding false claims on them not paying the manufacturer of the Shorekeeper figurine. They refuted the claims with papers from the manufacturer company too, and said they will sue over it. And they pretty much go on to say that, you know, everyone thought that he was going to threaten to do something, and apparently it's very obvious that this guy is pretty much mental and that this guy has always had quite a lot of problems. Now, obviously they say the guy in the question is here, and apparently he does have like a full-on Bilibili account and everything like that. They call Yeehep here. So again, they are definitely confirming that this was them. We did look at some of their posts previously, and obviously you can see by their posts they do make a lot of kind of Hoyoverse content. You know, they are a very Hoyo kind of involved user. They say the guy in question has many calls to him being known as a Hoyo fanboy that attacks non-Hoyo games, including Arknights, Wuthering Waves, Nikki. I don't know if that's like Infinity Nikki or Nikkei. It could be either of them. And they said via spreading misinformation or clickbait and directing their children audience, mainly consisting of Genshin/HSR players, to harass other players that they perceive as attacking/criticizing Hoyo. There was a journalist who got sent a hate army by them months ago because she was posting posting game regulations slide photos from a conference she attended that has talked about Genshin negatively. They accused the journalist of photoshopping the slides to make Genshin look bad, causing her to get mass harassed by their fans. So this person seems like they're a pretty big deal over in China, and obviously, you know, we had this whole talk a couple of weeks ago of people saying there's no drama over in China, there's no kind of situations going on in China. Well, you know, this is kind of proof of this happening. Now they say this person is basically one of the top reasons why Hoyo fans have a very bad reputation in China among other communities. So this is one of the main guys whenever it comes to kind of Hoyo-Shills, I guess. He's the #1 Hoyo-Shill, which again is kind of crazy. And they say it seems like Kuro in the end didn't back out and went in to sue him and filed for it on the 25th of February. The above image is from a site called Tianyancha, which is behind an IP log. If anyone wants to find the actual page for it, good luck. I saw the situation on the same NGA thread where it was last discussed. And so pretty much, yeah, it seems like they're very quickly taking action against this guy, which is really, really good to see, because obviously it's cutting out a lot of the misinformation that's being spread. Now, obviously, if you look at Yehep's kind of space, or whatever you want to call it, you know, you can see that they are still uploading pretty new videos and still kind of re-uploading stuff quite frequently. Obviously, they re-uploaded the Honkai Impact stuff, which again, it says Honkai Impact 3rd there. I feel like it's Honkai Impact, it's Honkai Star, but hey, I don't really know. And obviously, yeah, this situation has kind of gotten a little bit further, which again, I think that Kuro Games, as I said, they do need to take action against these people, whether it's, you know, people like this kind of making up stuff about payments to figurines, companies or whatever, you know, spreading misinformation pretty much, or even just people that are leaking, or people that are doing some other stuff which can, you know, negatively affect the game. I feel like this is the way that they need to go. And as I said, there are some things that Hoyoverse does right, and I think this is one of the things that Hoyoverse does right, is that they go straight to the kind of legal action. If you saw recently, they actually had a ton of people arrested for kind of leaking some stuff and also doing some other things, which is absolutely crazy. But also, you know, it proves that they are taking quite heavy action against these people. And I'm not saying this person needs to go ahead and be arrested, but I do think, you know, suing them or taking them to court to kind of get them to be quiet in terms of kind of spreading misinformation and stuff is definitely the right play, because again, it's going to help them out in the long run, especially whenever it comes to a lot of these kind of false claims, because this situation obviously grew big enough to the point where, you know, Wuthering Waves needs to respond, because as you know, misinformation around the Wuthering Waves community is rampant. You know, there is a ton of people that are spreading misinformation around in the community at the moment, but you know, Kuro Games aren't taking any action against those ones. They're only taking action against this one, meaning that this kind of, you know, spreading misinformation has been quite big, and it has caused quite a lot of damages to the company, else they wouldn't be responding to it in the first place and actually going this far. You know, they've actually continued and, you know, put in an actual case filing for this, which is very interesting to see. And obviously we'll have to see how this kind of develops over time, if this person kind of stops posting this kind of stuff about these companies, because again, it does need to stop. This person seems to be absolutely crazy, especially considering all the past things they've done and everything like that. So hopefully we do get an update where this person's actually had some action taken against them, whether it's suing or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what they said they were going to do. Obviously in the actual thing, I think they said they were going to sue them, but I'm not sure if that's the actual case here or not. But hey, we'll have to wait and see what happens, and if this person actually does go a little bit quieter in the future. Now, obviously, that's not to say that as well Kuro Games should go around, you know, suing everyone just because, you know, they can. I think they should only do it in situations like this, where pretty much, you know, it's more warranted and that this person has actually done a lot of wrongdoing and everything like that, because it does seem like this person has been a big part in the Kuro Games kind of stuff, and a big part in, you know, kind of spreading misinformation about Wuthering Waves. And yeah, it seems like maybe it has kind of stopped. Obviously, as I said, they're only kind of reposting stuff at the moment, it seems like, but they still do have a lot of like older videos and everything like that. If you just look, you know, they got all these videos, again, 9 hours, 2 hours, 21 hours, yesterday. Again, it seems like they're still uploading very, very frequently, and they're a very frequent uploader, which means, you know, they're very, let's just say, passionate about a lot of this kind of stuff, and hopefully we will see a change in the future. But yeah, do you think that this is maybe getting a little bit out of hand, and that, you know, this person does need to be taken to court, and this person does need to have action taken against him by Kuro Games? Because I definitely do think it's the right choice from Kuro Games there. But hey, maybe you think differently. Maybe you think there should be a different kind of course of action taken by them. But yeah, I'd like to hear it. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And yeah, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And also go to GameStop, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff. They probably have a new event out at the moment, so definitely go and check that out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.